All right. Hi, guys. This is actually my third time doing a live today. It's just like a record. But this one's going to be short because it is so hot in my house. And I cut off my portable AC unit so that you guys could hear me. I wanted to make sure you could hear me because the unit is pretty loud. So anyways, I'm Nicole D. Miller, author of Stories for the Urban Soul, compilation of short stories, novellas, and poetry depicting Black characters dealing with life issues from social injustices to heartbreak to parenting, a host of relatable issues that are infused with spirituality, faith, and encouragement. So to learn more, go to NicoleDMiller.com. Let's get started. Welcome to Word of the Day Wednesdays, where I piggyback off of my latest blog and give you all the things regarding it. So the last blog post is Losing Us in Relationships. So clearly, for those of you who know, I'm doing a panel discussion this Sunday from 6 to 7 Eastern. And you can get your ticket on Eventbrite called Girl Talk, Losing Us in Relationships. So clearly this blog post was inspired by the panel discussion. On the panel, we have a few women who are amazing, and they'll be giving their input on the questions that are asked. But I like to write the blogs because they give a little bit more detail and personal insight into my journey. So this blog is interesting because I feel like it took me way back. So I start off just sharing about this word I got from God where he was telling me not to ask my ex for a ride to the hairdresser. And I remember that moment vividly because I hated riding the bus. I grew up riding the bus. I rode the bus to school. I rode 2 buses to school, actually. And this is not like your regular school bus. This is like the city bus in Cleveland, which we finally call the Rita. And so I talk about my experience in the blog of just having to wear your pimp face when you're riding on the bus. And you just have to have this persona of this no-nonsense attitude about you. So nobody messes with you, basically. So at the time, I got this word from God. My ex and I had broken up, and I was, trying not to be asking him for rides. But I knew that we were in a space where if I needed him, he would be there. And it would have been just so easy for me to pick up the phone and be like, hey, I need a ride to the airport or to the hairdresser. My cat is like chewing on this cord right now, so let me move him. Squeaks, move. Okay, so anyways, it would have been so easy for me to do that, but God was checking me. He was checking me because he saw that I was codependent. And for those of you who are not familiar with codependency, it's basically when you're overly dependent on someone. And what I realized now that I didn't know back then was that my codependency was rooted in my household. That is the way my mom and I functioned. That's the way people in our family functioned. It goes back generations. So I wasn't aware of codependency. I didn't even know what that term meant. I didn't even know how to process that term. But what I knew in my spirit was that God wanted me to be dependent on him and not dependent on man. And this was going to be an opportunity for me to do that. So I honestly don't remember if I got on the bus or if my grandmother gave me her car because I was living with her at the time. But I know for sure I did not get a ride from my ex. And that was a huge step for me. Y'all are probably just like, okay, big deal. But that's how intertwined we were. So there is a line that I say in this blog post that I really appreciated it. And I don't know if I can find it off the top of my head. But it was something to the effect of, I know what it's like to be so intertwined with someone that you don't know where you end and they begin. And that's where I was. Like, I was in that space, and that's all I knew. So literally walking away from that relationship and other relationships after, so we won't get into all that, felt like a detox. Felt like withdrawal at times. And I do think it was a detox because God was weaning me of unhealthy habits, unhealthy ways of functioning, unhealthy mindsets, stuff that I'm not even privy to, but just a little bit that I have glimpsed. And in this almost 20-year run, I can see how it's benefited me. And I talk about that in the blog. I also talk about just having my friends who also are dealing with relationship stuff, breakup stuff, and being in this space of giving advice and encouragement and a shoulder to lean on has been interesting, because I recognize it's stemming from my calling, my position, even just writing those first 2 books, the How to Overcome Heartbreak series, which are available on Amazon, shameless plug. So, I see it as a part of who I am in my identity. So that is another reason why I'm doing these Girl Talk panels, because I have women in droves around me, and women are very relationship oriented. So, one thing that I, just share in the blog post is, when you are heavily intertwined with someone like that, you can just feel like if they're gone, your life is over, and you can't see anything outside of them or on the other side of them. And so that's my story, is that I'm on the other side, and there's just been so much life lived after that, and so much formation of my identity and purpose, so, which I'm appreciative of. If any of that resonates with you, check out the full blog post at NicoleDMillers.com, but especially sign up for the Girl Talk. It is Sunday, again, 6 to 7 Eastern. We'll be discussing all the things concerning how we're wired as women, how difficult it can be to lose focus on ourselves, and, it's going to be a chill vibe. If you didn't catch the last one we did in March, it was, Are You a Feminist? So the topic was feminism in honor of Women's History Month, and that's available on my YouTube page. So go to Eventbrite, type in Girl Talk, and you should see it, or go to my Instagram at HTOHB. It's at the top of my link tree, or go to facebook.com/HTOHB. It is pinned at the top. Thank you guys for dropping in. I really appreciate it. I will be back next Wednesday. I actually will be doing a live with one of the panelists at 11, I think on Friday, but I need to verify that. And that's going to be with Sophie, absolutely. And then I also have, I feel like I have another event coming up, but I have to let you guys know about that. I definitely know I'm going to be in the Author Alley series with Logan Berry Books. They're off Coventry, so looking forward to that. And my book is at Made Cleveland off Coventry. So if you want to stop through there, they have a lot of local authors and local entrepreneurs products. So my book is there too. All right. If you want to, catch me through email, you can email me, NicoleDMiller1983@gmail.com. Again, my Instagram at HTOHB, my Facebook, facebook.com/HTOHB, and my website, NicoleDMiller.com. Check you guys out next week. Talk to you later.